Hey everyone, my name is Andrew from Andrew Roby Events, and we are event and wedding planners here in the Washington, D.C. area. So today I want to talk to you guys about everything that has to do with planning your event, in particular, the annual report that the Knot has put out. So the Knot is an organization that gives us tons of inspiration about weddings. They also outline and showcase wedding vendors. So there's people like myself, there's bakers, there's DJs, makeup artists, hairstylists, whatever you need to plan your wedding. They are a great resource to provide. So one of the resources that they have provided this year is this annual report. And the annual report states a number of things. One thing that is really glaring is the average cost of a wedding on a national scale. They have reported that the annual cost for weddings is $35,000. Now, of course, that does not mean every wedding that is planned in the United States will cost $35,000. That just means they took a whole bunch of numbers from the 13,000 couples who they surveyed and gave you the average cost based off of their responses. Of course, 13,000 is enough. I think that you'll get a good, number from that survey. But at the same time, just use that as guidance, not necessarily as a factual thing for your market. Last year, the numbers were about 149 people. This year is 141 people per wedding experience. Now, they've also indicated that the number of the cost of your wedding has increased about $3,000. So why is that? So I have 149 people from last year. Now I have 141 people. Shouldn't the numbers actually go down? Not necessarily. More and more couples are actually looking to customize their weddings. They're doing a lot of different innovative things that will increase the annual cost that the Knot is actually showcasing. So what are some of the things that are causing the number of weddings to increase? So you have a lot of couples that are tech savvy. They're looking for apps and hashtags and wedding websites to really engage in the people that are attending their wedding. But you also have so many photo booths that are out there. You have bands, you have live performances from celebrities. You also have people like Melissa Molinaro who decided to do this insane Beyonce routine for her man, and I cannot complain whatsoever when you have couples like that who love each other and they really want to step out and show how much affection that they have for them. So kudos to her and kudos to all of you couples out there that are really customizing your wedding and making it into an explosive world-class experience. So enough of that about that. Let's get back to the statistics that the Knot has put out. And my reason to do this video is to really come to you and downplay all the chaos. I know there's some magazines and some media outlets out there that are really amping up this to be negative information when in fact it's not. So let's get to why this doesn't have to be so crazy and chaotic for your wedding planning experience. So the Knot indicated that on average the cost of a venue is $16,000. A venue, to me, that's a lot of money depending upon the size of your wedding. But they also indicated that on average, it's about $71 to feed one person at your wedding. Why do I say that? We as wedding planners know that most venues such as hotels waive that venue cost. So you won't even see the venue cost of $16,000. Why? Because they have a food and beverage minimum. And so what that says is that in order to use our hotel, you have to meet this food and beverage minimum. You can eat whatever you want to eat. You can drink however much you want to drink as long as you meet this minimum. Here in the DC area, I've seen the minimum range from about $85 a person to about $125. Tack on the service charge and fees, then of course you can definitely meet that food and beverage minimum. So it's a little bit misconceiving when you look at the annual report from the Knot and it says $16,000 for a venue, and then it also says $71 for food. Not everybody charges you those separately. Of course, there are venues that are out there that are not hotels that will charge you $16,000. That's up to you to decide if you want to use a hotel or if you want to use their venue. But also, there's plus and cons from using a hotel that comes with, their service staff and equipment and linen and all that kind of stuff, and just another venue where you have to bring everything in. But what I do want to emphasize about this point is that the report is simply a report on a national level. They also reported that to get makeup done is $100. You know, the people that I know and the amazing women out there, I know most brides will probably spend a little bit more than $100 for makeup for their wedding. Again, it depends on where you're at. DC, it may cost you $300 for hair and makeup or more, and other places it may not. It just depends. Also, a thing that you have to consider is how many people are involved. So if you're doing hair and makeup, it may be $100 on average if it's just the bride, but if you're dealing with a bride and 7 bridesmaids, that number is going to actually add up. So take this report with a grain of salt, use it to guide you. But what I don't want you to start doing is telling your wedding planner, oh, the Knot report says that on average, your cost is about $2,000. So I have a wedding that is about 400 people, but I'm not going to be paying you more than $2,000 because the Knot said so. Are you crazy? I wouldn't be planning a wedding for 200, 300 people for that. So my last point that I want to make in regards to the Knot's annual report has everything to do with value and worth. So for instance, they indicated that hairstylist was about $119. So of the 13,000 people that were surveyed, what we are missing is any comments that they may have provided. So if you had a bride that paid $119, we have no clue of what the outcome of that $119 actually presented. Maybe the bride wasn't happy. Maybe they was excited about the hair. Maybe they had horrible photos because the hairstylist didn't really provide the service that they're supposed to provide. Maybe they thought that if they pay about $200 or $300 more for any of the services that are involved in the wedding, they would have had more of a world-class experience. We don't know that. So that's the information that I really wanted to delve into today for this video and really allow you to understand the dynamics of this number. It's just a basic general number on average, and it may not necessarily apply to you. So if you have any questions or want to check out the stuff that we're doing, visit us on the web at andrewrobyevents.com. That's Andrew, R-O-B-Y, events with the S.com. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. Until next time, we hope that you guys stay blessed and highly favored.